football season, baby. Bring it out. Bring it out. Make hay. Make hay. Woo! No time. National Football League on Insights.
Follow us on Twitter. Insights.
Yeah.
2 I's in the middle. INSIIGHTS.
All right, y'all.
Man, and the NFL season is all cooking and popping and snapping and everything else that comes with it. What you say there, Rick?
What's happening, coach? Is that time of the year. We told them it was coming. We told them. They didn't believe us. But the NFL season, football season is here, it's back, and you see it. Insights is everywhere.
Everywhere. Thanks to our good Dallas Cowboy friend, Todd Lampley, was in Cleveland for the, I won't even say game, for the very disheartening appearance of the Cleveland Browns. And I'll be following my Browns to I see at the moment of silence. I'll be following my Browns to Jacksonville. Grandson and I will be going this weekend to see him. But man, NFL football was just so crazy to me. This is me. I'm old school. I'm about the teams more so than the players. I'm always all things Cleveland. I was a Cavalier fan when LeBron left and went to Miami. I wasn't mad. Heck, I left Cleveland, came to Florida too. I wasn't mad. But I was a Cleveland fan. I'm with the Browns. Even if I might not like some of the players or something, I'm for the Browns. That's who my team is. I'm from Florida A&M. When stuff doesn't go well, I'm still pulling for orange and green. I want them to win regardless. That's where I'm from. But it was just so much stuff I was trying to get my hands on this week. Like, preseason days might well do away with preseason because most teams don't really play anybody. Then you got guys who want more money. They sit out, don't do anything. I mean, it was just so crazy. And we're going to comment on some of this. Jamar didn't even play all preseason. But then game kicks off. He doesn't get a new contract. He doesn't get anything. He comes back out to play. And Cincinnati is known for being cheap. They don't They don't give you no money. They cheap. They paid their quarterback. They didn't have a choice, but Cincinnati doesn't pay you. But you don't go through anything in the preseason, not at practice, nothing. You walk out there game time and time to play. That just gets me.
Would you allow that, Coach?
Now,
like I said, Coach, man. Hey, look, man. You know, these exhibition games and practices, I'll be there game time. I'll be there game time. You sit right beside you with her.
Right. Everybody else playing. Everybody else playing. What did your boy tell you last week? He said a cornerback was watching the game. Coach Coizie. He said he was watching. He took him out and let him watch from the sideline. He wanted to watch the game so much.
He wanted to watch the quarterback. He's gonna watch it on the sideline.
Tyreek Hill.
Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Like what?
How you know how you seatbelt?
Hey, get your window down.
He threw it. I didn't go there.
At least Tyreek is smart enough to get letters.
Keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Give me your ass, bro. Get out of the car. Give me your ass. We'll break that freaking window. Get out of the car.
But he was wrong there because as long as the window is down a little bit and you can hear and communicate,
Get out.
that's wrong.
What part of blood did you understand? Hey, Drew, I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting arrested.
He calling his agent. That's who he's
I'm getting
talking
arrested,
to.
Drew.
Rosenhaus, yeah.
I'm getting out, bro. God damn, twin. When we tell you to do something, you do it. You understand? I'm getting out. You understand? Not what you want, but what we tell you. You're a little fucking confused. I'm getting out, bro. Too late. Too late. All right, bro. Take me to jail, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro. We are. We will.
He said, do what you gotta do.
It is good. Hey. Don't worry about it. I hung up the phone. You stop crying. Bro.
Did he tell him stop crying?
You know,
Bro, you beating on my window like you crazy. Just set him up. Why y'all beating on my window like y'all crazy for? Damn, yo, dude, beating on my window like he crazy. I ain't do nothing, twin. Damn.
ain't do nothing, twin.
Right.
Hey, don't park there. Don't park there.
Hey.
Then they trying to stop everybody from down. So why did you do that, August? What's that?
I just heard you in your ears when we told you what you chill, bro. Hey, don't do, bro.
Dude had a bad attitude. Dude had something happened to him that day. His wife must have pissed him off or something.
Hey, call Drew, bro. Hey, call Drew, bro. Just call Drew. Hey. What am I doing that's wrong?
Hey, listen.
Hey, listen. Hey, man, they got the cops over here beating on them, man. They over here beating on Tyreek,
Listen, big man, don't park there, man. Just get in the
Hey,
car.
Drew, you gotta come, man.
Just get in the car.
Straight up the side, on the side of the,
Hey, get in the car. You're parked in the middle of the street.
I'm in the car. You gotta go before you get up.
He's not in the middle of the street.
Who's the driver? This is my car.
Hey, Mick.
All right, move. All right, I'll take it. You gotta move right now. Let me have your license. You're gonna have to.
Watch two of them tell him.
Let me have your license. Let me have your license. I'm leaving. I'm not playing. Let me have your license. Your license right now.
You don't need my license,
License
bro.
right now. You're not gonna give me your license.
Ah.
Give me your license. I'm leaving. Let me have your license.
That guy tells him just leave.
Hey, your license right now. I'm leaving. Or I'm gonna lock you up. Your license right now. He just told me to. Your license right now. You're dealing with me now. Your license right now.
You're dealing with me now. You're dealing with me now.
Yeah, that's why his butt's on administrative leave, although he's still getting paid and is in the office.
That was just crazy to me. that was just crazy to me. I just that whole thing was just like, get out of here. You know, it just didn't make sense.
I don't. Okay, you pull him over for reckless driving. Okay, I get that, but the rest of it was just a little over the top. And sometimes people with perceived power or think they have power, they test their limits. They go over the limits, and he did.
Yeah. They did. And one of the guys, I mean, Cleveland Talk Radio is really blowing it up, and they were talking about that and Deshaun Watson, and they got a black sportscaster on there, and he said, "Man, he said people don't understand what it is." They said, "Well, have you ever been stopped?" He said, "Yeah." They said, "For what?" He said, "Driving while black." And he said that they stopped his wife one time and was asking her all these questions, and she was walking in the neighborhood and wanted to know what she was doing in that neighborhood, walking, and had to show ID and stuff. So if you've never been in that position, it's hard for you to understand. I remember being stopped when I was right out of college, and they wanted to know how I was able to afford the car I was driving. And it was just an issue. We've had those things happen. Now, I'm not, and Tyreek now said, he could have handled it better than what he did, obviously. But they went to a pretty strong level for what that was that they were trying to do with him.
Agreed.
And then we come out and we have an issue with Deshaun Watson again. Now, mind you, him playing horribly didn't have any effect on that, I don't think. But they're saying he probably did know. But, I mean, he was in a position where his dad had passed last week, his best friend from Clemson that got shot and killed. It was a lot going on. But the thing with another lawsuit, this time is a little different than some of the other stuff that they've had him going about. This one is about a sexual assault and forced a woman to have sex when she didn't want to. And that is just right now, the conversation in Cleveland is did he just mess up his contract? Not that that's the most important thing, because he has this to resolve, because the NFL is now holding an investigation and going to come back and make a determination if he goes on the exempt list and if he's suspended for the rest of the season, because it wasn't the same type of errors that he made before. This one's a sexual assault, which carries a whole lot more gravity to it, and so it's just a really bad situation that is being dealt with again about this young man. So it's just a lot going on, and all of that kind of tempered the first weekend in the NFL season. Now, had 21 million viewers, and the NFL people were very excited with all the people that were watching the games and all, but all of the stuff on the peripheral and the play, there were a lot of complaints about the level of play that first week. But that comes when people don't play.
And it comes the first week of the season. I think we touched on it a little bit last week, where teams don't tackle in the preseason. They don't hit. They don't. They're trying to make it to game one. The tackling will get better. The play on the field will get better as the season progresses, unless you have a sorry team, Giants, Washington. But the other stuff, I didn't hear about Deshaun situation until after the games.
Mm-hmm.
I heard about Tyreek late the second half of the game, the 4 o'clock games, and to see him perform the way he did on the field, That was crazy to me. Just crazy. The Deshaun situation is sad in a sense because didn't this occur or allegedly occur around the same time that other stuff was happening?
Yes.
It's a bad look. It's a bad look for the Shield, and we know how the Shield is. The Shield protects itself. The NFL Shield, they protect them. They're doing nothing to. So it could be bad for Deshaun. It could, but being a reporter, I always say, hey, let everything play out. Let it play out because you don't know. You don't know. I hope it's not true, and I'm not I'm not like downplaying it or anything because that's a very serious allegation. But we have to let it play out. So,
which is the Cleveland Browns stance right now, to let it play out and see what happens. But they're discussing the fact now if this is actually if he gets charged, that they're saying his pro career could be over. So, I mean, this is extremely serious, and again, put such a damper all of these things in the first week of the NFL season, which was drawing rave numbers and people watching it, being in support. I mean,
but did it really put a damper on the coach for overall? Because you said it, 21 mil. People
for those
still
cities, for all the Cleveland people, it did. For the Dallas people, it did. I mean, and people are really complaining about the product. They watched it, but then when they were expecting it to be better, and they were saying it was a limited number of quarterbacks who even threw for 200 yards. And one of the former players said that one of the reasons that is because they're now paying quarterbacks so much money that they don't actually deserve, and the money they're not able to live up to that expectations. And they're getting all that money, but then they're not competitive at that level that they're getting paid. So changing the subject a little bit. It is an anniversary, 23 years, 9/11. It came at a time when it actually united our country. You know, we didn't have all the division we had. We were under attack, and everybody kind of came together. And it's 23 years ago, and we have generations of students who were born who have no idea about it, because it was not during the time. And I remember I was working at FAM, and when it happened, my daughters were in school, and my oldest daughter said, "Y'all had to be trying to find us because we leaving school coming through the woods and cross the swamp. We gonna be home. We don't have to worry about us because we coming the back way. I'm gonna have my sisters with me, and we'll be at the house." But it was, I mean, nobody really knew what was going on, and it was a lot of people who lost their lives, and everybody. It's when I also found out it was a large number of people in Tallahassee that lived in New York and worked in New York, and they lived in Tallahassee, and they would go to New York and work and come back. So 9/11, 23 years, and it's something that all of us need to keep in our mind and hearts.
You know, Coach, on that, you know, 9/11 didn't dawn on me until a couple of weeks later. Let me explain. My grandmother died the day before. And I drove to Virginia that Monday. And, you know, I woke my family all at the house and woke up early, and me and my uncle were watching TV and it was happening. And we saw the planes and everything, but it was a fog because I'm in mourning.
Right.
You know, and my grandma she called me her seventh child. That's how. So everything went on, and I know some people couldn't come to the funeral because they shut down. There's no flights to Virginia or anything like that. So fast forward a couple of weeks later, when we're trying to get some normalcy, and I have to fly to a college game in Kentucky. And I'm on the plane, and I'm looking on the plane, and I'm starting to point at people. I'm like, okay, I could take him. I could take him. If he tries something, I could take him. I can't take him. I'm going to need help with him, blah, blah, blah. And this happened on my flight to Kentucky. And then during the game, when they played the national anthem, I broke down and I just started crying. And it hit me then what had happened and the lives that were lost and how our country would never be the same after that. And it was a dark period, but we came through. And one thing you said, we were the United States of America then. Unlike now, it seems like we've gone back in time now that we're not like that anymore. And I hope it doesn't take another tragedy such as that to bring us back.
I agree that was well put. During that time, and when I would fly, they would always want to know if something happened, you're gonna be there to help us. You're a big guy, you're gonna help us. You know, so they were feeding me like feeding the monkey. They were feeding me. They try to make sure I was good.
Did you have the Jake's barbecue then?
Man, I'm telling you, that's really what I needed. But you know, and one of the reasons we love sports so much is that for the most part, sports removes you from the day-to-day anxieties of craziness. And, you know, when things happen to get in the way of it, it kind of dims the love of it just a little bit, that the reality of life affects everything. But that's one of the things you like about sports, because for those 2 or 3 hours that you're watching and everything else, nothing else really matters until the game is over. And then you say, oh man, it's storming outside. I mean, you just be oblivious to it. No.
Yes.
So one of those things coming up, one game, we got 2 games.
It's about that time.
Pre-record on my count. 7, 6, 5, 4. Here we go, Roger.
With the coach, Mickey Clayton on Insights. 2 eyes in the middle. INSIIGHTS, where we always talk the talk.
Hello, my name is Kingston Kimbrough, your Inside student correspondent here at Genesee Ricketts High School. This is our weekly sports review. Tuesday, our Lady Raider golf team has a tournament, and our Lady Raider volleyball team will be facing Port St. Joe. On Wednesday, our Lady Raiders golf team, bowling team, and swim team have meets, and our Lady Raider volleyball team will be facing Florida High. On Thursday, our Lady Raider golf team has a tournament. And on Friday, our Lady Raider volleyball team will be traveling to Jacksonville in a weekend tournament. And our Raiders football team will be facing Charles down the street at Gamecock Stadium. Once again, I'm Kingston Kimbrough, and as always, One Nation, Raider Nation.
I knew you'd like that Raider Nation.
I like that. One Nation, Raider Nation. I like that. That's pretty sharp. That's pretty sharp.
9th grader. He's going to actually be our spotter for the game Friday. We asked him if he'd like to do that. He said absolutely. So we're going to have him be the spotter, kind of help us a little bit and give him more experience. We just kind of, as he shows that he has the interest to do things, we keep giving him a little bit more. So we appreciate that with him. We really do. That Inside student correspondent.
Good job. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We had something here with a young man. You know, it's not all football. We got a little baseball going on here.
Los Angeles Dodgers' Shohei Ohtani is a special player. Is he the best in the game? One could make that argument, although New York Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge may appeal that ruling. There is no doubt, however, Ohtani is good. Damn good. You know a player is good when you have to stop every time he's at bat just to see what he does. And now if he's on base, you got to stay with it because he's a threat on the base paths. He can hit for power. He can hit for average. He can run. He can throw. And even though he's not playing defensively in the field, there's no doubt he could do that as well. He is what they call a five-tool player. He joined elite company, becoming the sixth and fastest player to achieve the 40 home run, 40 stolen base mark after just 126 games played this season. And great players have a flair for the dramatic. Ohtani checks that box as well. He recorded his 40th stolen base of the season against the Tampa Bay Rays on August 23rd, and then ended the game with a walk-off grand slam, his 40th home run of the season that same night. Now he's approaching territory no one has ever gone before, the 50-50 club. He's on pace for 52 home runs and 53 stolen bases. That's great. Now, he's recovering from Tommy John surgery, so he hasn't pitched this season. But when he did, he was more than solid in that, with a better than average 38-19 overall record in 5 years. Whether he pitches a full season again is unknown. However, it is heck of a benefit to have a guy in standby mode if you need him. Time will tell, but if he stays healthy, Ohtani will have a chance to go down as not only one of the best players of this era, but of all time.
You are absolutely right about that. Him and Aaron Judge.
What the heck? What's going on here? Man, are they coming to get me? What in the world? Hold up here. What is going on here?
Oh, only you, Rick. Only you. There you go. You got at least the picture back.
Holy! I just I don't know. I don't. This is crazy.
I'm gonna give you a minute to work on it. I'm gonna give you a minute to work on it.
1, 2, go, get go!
At the end of the first half, there were several penalties that I know for sure that you were not happy about. What did you talk to your team when it came to making those mistakes that kind of cost your team some points near the end of the first half?
Yeah, there were a couple of tough ones. I thought some of those calls could have went either way, but we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can so that way you take it out the officials' hands. You don't want it to be a gray area. You want it to be 100% your way so that way you don't even have to worry about if it's called or not. But I thought the kids did good to overcoming that adversity. We had a punt return that could have went for a touchdown that was called back with Robert Williams, and so Robert McMinn. And so it was one of those things that's a great learning experience. It was good coaching experience. One of them, the kid's helmet came off, and he stood there for a long time, but then he started moving towards the play. And I think had he just stayed there, of course, it wouldn't have been called back. So it wasn't a block in the back. It was just one of those things. You coach it, you tell it, but then it has to actually happen in the game. So it's a great learning experience in week 2 with a game that you've won as opposed to something that cost you a ball game.
Let's go.
Next question goes to Doc Holliday.
Good morning, Coach. How are you doing today?
Good morning. How's it going?
I'm doing good. Your team responded with 4 takeaways in this game.
Yeah, after coming off a loss the week before, we were able to have a home opener against Miles College. There in Montgomery, had a good crowd. Everybody was out first home game, so I had all the excitement. Game got off to a pretty good start. Freshman quarterback James Hayes was making his first start and first career pass, all of that type stuff. So he did a pretty good job up there. I was able to throw a couple of touchdowns to Asa Gregg and Jalen Jones to kind of get us going. Defense played good. We were able to get up to a 24-3 lead. And then in the second half, he kind of came out the game. We put in Zach Sims to finish off the game, and I feel like he'll be good to go this week. But he took a hit that we didn't want him to take. So at that point, it was just kind of managing the game. Felt like we had it under control, but Miles is a tough team. They kept playing, kept driving the ball, so we kind of went back and forth. I had too many punts in the second half. Couldn't really get everything going again. But maintained a 24-3 lead.
But both young men played well in this football game. Going into the Southern game, we'll just go out here like we always do this week of practice, these next 3 practices, and evaluate these guys and make a decision on, who's going to get the nod going into this weekend.
All right. This question goes to Doc Holliday.
Yeah, starting with Cam, he came out and, he lit it up early. This kid has big time speed, but he probably throws the ball better than he runs it. He made some explosive pass plays, explosive run pass plays, so we just got some good offensive players here, and we've been waiting to, display those guys. Jonas Vertillion had another solid out, and Isaiah Spencer came on really well for us. Ma Miller found the end zone. When it's clicking at all cylinders offensively, you could just pretty much go down the call sheet and give them a play and let those guys go out there and execute it. Jacoby Morgan, like we was just talking about, came in the game and he threw 2 touchdowns. So we got some guys that can really, get the ball across the end zone with speed, and they displayed that on Saturday.
Good luck, Coach. Thanks.
Appreciate you, Coach. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Last question goes to James Hill.
Hey, Coach, there's something about when Southern plays Jackson. You know about it. You know what it looks like as a player, a student athlete, and as a coach.
He's a great football coach. He's going to have those guys fired up. But, that rivalry amongst the fans is something serious. When you talk about that Southern and Jackson State football game, and it's not going to be any different this weekend. These fans want those bragging rights for another year, here in Jackson, and we're going to go out there and, give them that this weekend.
And there's an opportunity there to win a game.
Well, that's a great question. I think the biggest thing for our guys, and we spoke about it once before we played the University of Miami, was just kind of eliminating all the other things that didn't necessarily have anything to do with football. Obviously, you're playing at Hard Rock, you're going to be playing in front of a big time crowd against a big time football team. But once we kind of realized that we could play with them, we were already kind of down a little bit. But I think you get a chance to play up. You get a chance to show what FAMU is all about. We obviously have some players with aspirations to play at the next level, so they got a taste and a chance to understand that type of environment. If you could play in that type of environment, there's a possibility where you could play in an environment where you're playing in the NFL. So, you get a chance to play those guys, and obviously I got quite a few friends on that staff, and it was important just to see where we are as a football team and where we're trying to get to for the totality of the program. Now, we move on to Troy. We've already looked at their first 2 football games. Obviously, they got a really, really big football game coming up. The standard that we've set for ourselves throughout my time being here, and obviously with Coach Simmons being the head coach previous years, where we don't lose very many games, and we haven't lost, and necessarily we haven't lost the way we lost Saturday. Obviously played a really, really good football team, really, really good players, great coaching staff with the University of Miami. But excited to just get back and correct and evaluate and see where we are as a football team moving forward. Got a bye week, so we'll concentrate on making sure we're getting ourselves healthy and then getting ready for Troy next week.
And there's an opportunity there to win a game.
Well, that's a great question. I think the biggest thing for our guys, and we spoke about it once before we played the University of Miami, was just kind of eliminating all the other things that didn't necessarily have anything to do with football. Obviously, you're playing at Hard Rock, you're going to be playing in front of a big time crowd against a big time football team. But once we kind of realized that we could play with them, we were already kind of down a little bit. But I think you get a chance to play up. You get a chance to show what FAMU is all about. You know, we obviously have some players with aspirations to play at the next level, so they got a taste and a chance to, you know, to understand that type of environment. If you could play in that type of environment, there's a possibility where you can play in an environment where you're playing in the NFL. So, you know, you get a chance to play those guys, and obviously I got quite a few friends on that staff, and it was important just to see where we are as a football team and where we're trying to get to for the totality of the program. Now, we move on to Troy. You know, we've already looked at their first 2 football games. Obviously, they got a really, really big football game coming up. You know, the standard that we've set for ourselves throughout my time being here, and obviously with Coach Simmons being the head coach previous years, where, you know, we don't lose very many games, and we haven't lost, and necessarily we haven't lost where we lost Saturday.
Next question goes to Ty Miller.
Good morning, Coach Woodie. How are you? Ty Miller with Power News Radio Network and Black College Football Week. How are you doing this morning?
Great. How are you?
I'm good, Coach. When you look at the Broncos, they lost big to Ohio State this past week, but 2 weeks ago, they went into Camp Rambling and played a Wisconsin team really tough and lost only by 14 points. Which team do you see when you look at the Broncos?
Well, I tell you what, they have a really good football team. I mean, you know, they're big up front. They got long, fast, athletic guys on the perimeter. You know, got a good quarterback that sees everything, 6'6", 215-pound guy. On defensive side of the ball, man, really smart. I mean, they're going to fit their gaps. You know, they're going to cover 3 type 10. It's going to try to keep everything in front of them and tackle well. You know, they don't make a whole lot of mistakes. When you get, like I said, you play a team like that, I mean, you know, obviously they're going to be bigger, stronger, and faster. I mean, you guys got to make sure you get to the point of attack before they do, with good leverage and good technique and fundamentals. And like I said, they're really good football team. You know, Ohio State, I mean, well, they're 2 in the country. I mean, and they had some chances just like any other opponent or any other person that you see. I mean, if you capitalize on those opportunities.
Man, he said that quarterback was 6'6", 215, Coach. I said, doggone, that's wide receiver size.
That's a big boy.
Yeah.
That's a big boy.
Yes. You like seeing the SWAC coaches?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. You know, they the whole session, for anyone who wants to see them, go on YouTube and just type in SWAC football, and you see a link to their press conferences. But interesting stuff, especially from teams that I may not know much about. I just like hearing what they have, and that's what I did today. Matter of fact, watch the replay of that. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, we also have
it was 2 hours though. Jeez.
We have insights on Roku. We also have it on there. In fact, it's 2.5 hours, and it's really pretty good. A lot of times I can ask questions. You know, they were part of the media that's on, and in fact, tomorrow they have the basketball coaches. So that's going to be something for us to be able to get on and get a chance to see how the basketball coaches do and everything. But we've covered some ground here today, some high school, some college. But Coach, tell us a little bit about the young man we're getting ready to interview next.
Yes. Anthony Trotman, coach of. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't bring it in, folks. We've been teasing for the last month what's going to happen. Polk County, we're coming to you. We're coming to Tenoroc High School, and with Coach Anthony Trotman. If you don't know who Anthony Trotman is, real laid back kind of guy, solid, meticulous in everything that he does. And he reminds me of you a little bit, Coach, where it's about the kids with him. It really is about the kids. And he's going to tell you a little bit about the program. And I know you're saying, why Tenoroc? Why Tenoroc? Well, why not? Why not pick a school that's building? We're trying to build something in Polk County. Tenoroc is building on the field. It's a perfect marriage. So, Coach, let Coach Trotman take it from here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
another episode of Mick and Rick. And with me, I have Tenoroc head football coach Anthony Trotman here. Coach Trotman, thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining the Insight Sports Network family.
Yes, sir.
So for all y'all who don't know it, I've been telling you for about 6 months now that we're coming to Polk County, that we're bringing the Polk County, the Insight Sports Polk County Game of the Week to you. And Polk County, we're here. Tenoroc has been gracious to allow us to cover the games there. So what we're going to do, we're going to build this foundation one rock at a time. Coach, talk about building a foundation and how gratifying it will be once you get the pieces where you want them to be.
Okay. I mean, this is like you said, you already used part of it right there. Just realizing that is one step at a time, one rock at a time, one brick at a time. So it's not the put the cart before the horse mentality. I think nowadays we so in a rush to see the end result before we go through the process of the becoming. And it's the becoming part that leads you to what it is that you see later on. So you start out with a piece of land, and you start out with a groundwork that you got to lay. So you got to start with the digging of the foundation first. The deeper the foundation goes, the higher you can build up on it. The shallower the foundation, the less you can build on it. So doing something good slow is better than doing something wrong fast. So I saw that and that stood out. And a lot of times we just get so over anxious to see the end before we see the
most
now.
Definitely, Coach. Most definitely. You guys are coming off of a tough loss. Or the improvement just from game 1 to game 2 that you saw, and what you hope for game 3.
Okay. Yep. Game 1 to game 2, like we said, just improvement on being able to get lined up more consistently defensively, being able to execute more, a few more plays offensively, and just being able to clean up some of the exchanges. We still need to work on that from game 2 going into game 3. The exchange from center to quarterback, as far as in the shotgun, not necessarily when we under center, we're pretty decent. It's the gun stuff that is that gave us some issues at times. So we saw some improvement on the guys continuously getting better and learning how to continuously compete. Just getting lined up special teams wise was big, because we didn't get to practice that much in the kickoff class because the other team said they weren't ready. We was ready to go, but they didn't have their stuff together, so we didn't get the chance to do a lot of special teams in the kickoff classic. I think that's one of the things that
Coach,
a lot of
for
people
who don't
neglect
know,
those things.
well, who might not have seen your squad, why should they be interested in Tenoroc?
Because it's just it's kind of like it's not the typical high school atmosphere that you get nowadays. It's not a lot of transfer kids. There's not a lot of kids that's just coming to one place that's trying to get together to see if they can win a state championship. Just kids as high school students that want to play football, that want to get coached. So those are things that we're slowly
Finally,
starting
Coach,
to miss out on.
talk about the adversity that I know every school goes through adversity, but you guys, even though this is your first home game on Thursday, it's not really a home game yet. How have the players adapted to you guys having to basically be a road team for the first part of your season while your field is still getting fixed?
I mean, they seem to be adapting okay. It's just the idea of, I guess if I'm not overly concerning myself about it, it's nothing for them to really talk about. Now, if I go out to practice field, hey man, y'all know we got to get out here and do this and do that, and I'm sure they'll start reciprocating that same attitude. So my attitude is, hey, we just coming out here to try and get better right now. wherever we play, that's what we play. Let's go get the job done. So I don't have to tell them that. It's just the way we just go about doing it.
And this is practice and everything, isn't it, Coach?
Oh yeah.
Your first year coaching,
Yes,
coached at head coach at Kathleen as well as assistant coaching. Why coaching, Coach?
Why coaching? Why coaching? Just another way for me, my why is for one, the game. You love and enjoy the game that you grew up watching, participating in, having other family members that participate in. So that's what intrigued you to the game originally. So just the enjoyment of the game, first of all. And then the other thing is I just want to make a positive impact in the lives of young men. So that's what it really boils down to. It. If it wasn't for that, I probably would have stopped doing it a while ago, because just going out there just to strategize for a win is just not enough.
Is get there by 6:45 so you won't miss anything. I want to thank Coach Trotman for joining us. Thank you, Tenoroc family, for having us come down, and we're looking forward to a wonderful season, Coach.
Yes, sir. Hey, looking for some great action as well. Having some fun on the Friday night. Like I always say, it's on a few places that's better than being on the Friday night high school football field. So it's always a great time. Always a great time. The guy asked me at the end of the game, everything good. Coach said, yeah, everything good, man. Appreciate everybody that came out to make it a great atmosphere Friday night. Man. You want the game to go your way, but at the same time, all the stuff that takes place to make it a great night, that's what you always enjoy about it.
All right, folks. And on that, we're out. Thanks, right. Coach.
We'll see you. Standing on the rock.
Standing on the rock.
Standing on the rock. All right. Coach. Yeah. Now, I got a little confused because I heard you say Thursday night, then I heard him say Friday night.
Coach is still in Friday mode when it comes to his games. His home games, Tenoroc's home games, at least for the first 2 or 3 will be on third. Well, tomorrow's game will be Thursday at Southeastern University, 7 p.m. He's into Friday mode, Friday night lights. So that's what happens. But he's excited. The AD was excited about it, and we're excited to come to Polk County, and I know I am. So let's rock. Let's rock, Tenoroc.
And the Insights family in Polk County head to the game. I see you, Sports Diva. Yes, sir. I could tell you're excited about it, Rick. That's been a while trying to make this happen and have it come to fruition, to be able to have that opportunity to highlight and feature some of the kids' programs, students in that area. So Tenoroc is a new high school.
It's one of the newer high schools. It's not as established as the Kathleen's and the Lakeland high schools, but it's been around, Coach, at least 15 years. 10 to 15 years, I would say. And
okay, so football field?
I'm sorry?
They're building a new football field?
No. Polk County, love you, Polk County. They started their field late. And so they have a stadium, beautiful stadium, nice high school stadium. But they didn't get the sod down until too late. And now it won't be ready until the second or third last game of the season, home game of the season, just the way it happened.
Okay. Well,
but Southeastern University has been very gracious to let them play there. So, and it's cool that the high school kids can play at a college, on a college field, college stadium.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's really good. There, we're glad to be able to be a part of that and show it.
All right, Coach, we got you squared away all the way out to the edge of the sidewalk there. coming on around. Let me zoom out as much as I can. But we're looking good in the front. Let me whip you around. And you can see where it's starting to dry. That's what it's pretty much gonna look like as we keep going. Take you down sidewalk there. That's pretty much what you'll be looking at. Now you got some water here.
Ooh, Big Bag Hank.
Big Bad Hank. That's him.
Try our Insights mobile apps and have your own personalized content experience with our exclusive content. We developed an interactive experience as easy and diversified as Netflix. You have exclusive features showing access premium features, behind-the-scenes content and programs only available on our mobile apps and our streaming Roku channel. Insights apps give you our content in your hands while Insights Roku is on your big screen. Locally owned. Globally known. Insights.
Join us on Faith TV on Insights Roku. Anytime you need to feel the word, that you need uplifting, go to Insights YouTube or mobile apps and feel His Spirit lift yours up. Pray with us on Faith TV and allow His Spirit to comfort you. I have been sent to help you find your way. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Faith TV on Insights.
Time out. Time out. This is the coach. I'm a part of the Insights Mick and Rick show. Now when I can get Rick out of that cup, I get good discussion from him about the hottest sports topics. But we do keep it straight, no chaser. The more he turns that cup up, them words come out faster than a chicken pecking up corn. I'm just saying, or trying to say, what the damn hell? Just join us on the Mick and Rick show.
Try our Insights mobile apps and have your own personalized content.
So Rick.
What the damn hell? What'd you say? There you go. Man, I feel like I'm being purged, man. I feel like they're coming after me, man. They're just trying me tonight, man.
Oh, I see you, man. You gonna have they're gonna have internet for you out there?
Well, I hope and pray. Yeah, the college should have internet. But if not, I will be prepared.
So if you're doing it tomorrow night, you could actually live stream it. Rick?
No.
Tape delay.
Tape delay Saturday. Tape delay Saturday. I'm not even no.
He say tape delay Saturday. Now that's funny, Rick.
Well, hopefully, hopefully by the end of the year, I'll be on my feet, so it'll be smooth. But the way things have been going with me, you just never know. I'm not gonna do that to my.
All right, how you doing? I'm Coach Lewis from Ricketts High School, born and raised in South City, Tallahassee. I want y'all to make sure you view this Insight stuff, man, and make sure you dialed in, because they're gonna broadcast Ricketts High School to the fullest. My guy Mick Clayton and his staff gonna do a great job, and make sure you part of it now, because it's gonna be a blessing. It's gonna be a show, and they're gonna have exclusive rights to this Ricketts High stuff. You don't hop on in, all right? Thank you.
Hello everybody, you should get Insights on your phone. It's an app, you get it on your phone, iPad, YouTube TV, or just YouTube. And it's going to be about a lot of sports. It's about to be girls or boys, or you can just look it up. Bye. Everyone, get Insights on your phone or anything else. It's an app on your phone, iPad, TV, or on YouTube, or YouTube TV sports. I hope you like and subscribe because you know why? Because I'm gonna get Papa gives me a surprise that is, I think, Legos and cars. So like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, man. Like and subscribe.
Legos and cars.
Legos and cars. All right, everybody. It's going to bring us to a conclusion here. We're going to see how we got basketball going this weekend. Football going. Childs and Ricketts. We got Tenoroc.
Lake Placid.
Lake Placid. Okay. We got some NFL games. Hey, those of you who made some NFL games, we appreciate you. Boy, it's always amazing to me. Like, I got one Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I won't call his name. Steelers come to Atlanta. He don't even go to the game. Now, you know them fair weather fans that don't even make it to the game now to follow your own team. They only come to Atlanta every so often.
Well, the Commandos were here in Tampa. I didn't go see them. I went to work.
You do what you got to do. Credell, you get no break. I don't give a damn what Rick's saying right there. You should have been over there to your team. You don't get that. You don't get that pause from me. You texting me about the Steelers and the Browns the whole weekend, whole game. I don't want to hear nothing. You wasn't even there at your team. I'll be in Texas to support my team, win, lose, or draw. And that'll just be one game that I'll see. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all. We don't need any more of this craziness going on. Let's just play football, get everybody, get you something to get your mind off the game. Saturday, college, and on the pros. Just be in a position where you can just relax and enjoy and let the craziness go.
Your attention, please. Stay up to date with the latest from Insights. Visit our website at insights.com. 2 I's in the middle. INSIIGHTS.
Insights is the copyright of Mac4 Enterprises, a Florida corporation. This broadcast is produced under the exclusive ownership of Mac4 Enterprises and is the intellectual property and trademark of Mac4 Enterprises. Comments of the host and other individual speakers on Insights represent their independent thoughts and representation.
Talk.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you. Rick, good luck down there in Tenoroc. We look forward to seeing your game.